we are going to go, it's a beautiful day outside, and I think a sketch trip is in order. And so I thought, hey, you might like to come along with me and see what we do in a sketch. So before we go, we need to put some supplies in because we can't just draw in air, right? So first thing we need, a bag. You can use a knapsack. I like this little bag because it's got a long handle and it just drapes over my shoulder. Perfect. So let's start loading this bag. What do we need if we're going into a park, into a nature to do a sketch trip? First of all, we need the bag. Second of all, sketchbook. Okay, you need a sketchbook. Now, I like these hard-covered ones because it can sit on your lap and you can do it. So you just put in the pages whatever you want. So we need a sketchbook in there. We need something to draw with. Now, what I have is I have this sketch kit that I keep all the time. So basically, this is just a marker bag. And you can see here, I've got all of my pens in it that I might need. And I keep a couple highlighters because I make notes in my sketchbook and stuff. Pencil, an eraser, whatever pens you like to use, and then some markers here. So this is on the inside. On the outside of this, I keep markers that are colored. Okay, so if I don't do a lot of color, I like doing black and white outside. But if you like color, just bring along one of your favorite colors. So I've got all my colors in markers here, which are great. So this compact thing has everything I need to draw with, and I just put this in the bag. Now, one more thing before we go. One of the best things that you can do as far as going on a sketch trip is to use crayons. Okay, these twistables are cool because they keep your hands clean and they're easy to use. Just don't put them in the sun. I've seen these things melt before on me. But having a pencil, a pen, and crayons like this is really all you need if you want to add color. If you don't need the color, hey, put the pencil and the pen in your pocket, grab your sketchbook, and you can go. One thing I like to take along, headsets. Okay, so I'm going to take my phone with me, and I like to take the headsets so that I can either listen to music, sometimes I listen to podcasts, whatever you want to do, but I just like to listen to stuff, and you know what, at the same time, it's great if you get a call or whatever, but this gives you some nice peace and quiet. You're not bothering anybody else with loud music, and you know what, I don't know about you, but in my studio, I like a lot of music, so it's nice to have music on the road. So headsets, phone, iPod, whatever it is you listen to, in the bag with you. Now, here's some other stuff you may want. Again with the color, okay? I use crayons, watercolor pencils. Just bring a brush, bring a little, you can get those little jars or little cap. Maybe you've even got water that you're drinking. Don't drink the pencil, but you could pour it in a cup or something like that. These are watercolor pencils. So if you like to do watercolor, you can do that on the road as well. Just make sure that the paper you're using is strong enough to hold watercolor. If it's really thin, it may not be able to take watercolor. So just make sure you got that. The other thing that's great for color is colored pencils. So, you just do this, you get a little package like this, and it's got all the colors you need. The nice thing about colored pencils or crayons or even the watercolors is it can be all blended. Markers are a little harder, but it's okay. You can still do that. Depends how you buy your markers. I'll do that in another session. But these are great for blending so that you can get some of those tones from the environment. So it's a beautiful day. Now, the only thing that I don't have here, but I keep it in my car, is a chair. Okay? Now, you can sit on a rock. You can sit on a log, picnic table, bench. Sometimes I find that you go to the parks and the picnic tables and benches are not under shade, or those ones are already taken, and the only ones left over are the ones in the sun. And at the same time, your sketch will go better if you're comfortable. If you're sitting on a log or a rock, and I've done that before, you may find that it doesn't get as, you're not as comfortable, and so your sketch doesn't go as long as you want. So a comfortable chair is great, a stool. They make art ones, but you know what? If you have those fold-up ones with the sack, so let's get going.